guys, happy Saturday and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If it is your first time joining, welcome to Unscripted with Amal. Before we go any further, please like and subscribe, and also please turn on your notifications so that you can know whenever I'm posting up new content. Thank you. Now, if I'm being completely honest, one of the reasons I started this YouTube channel, I had been wanting to start it for a long time, but one of the reasons that I started it was because of everything that was going on in 2020, and I felt like we could all use some entertainment. That was one of the major reasons I started it. We could all use some entertainment, we could all laugh at something, we could all share our life stories, because I felt like there was a lot already going on in 2020. But as I was thinking about what I wanted to do today, there was a voice that kept talking to me and telling me, you can't ignore what's happening. I wouldn't be doing the right thing if I kept ignoring everything that's going on. I wouldn't be doing myself or you guys justice. So I decided that today I would come and, talk about what has been going on in 2020. That is 2020. I honestly feel like 2020 is what 2012 and 2000 thought they would be. Because when we were joining 2000, it was Y2K and all of that. 2012, everyone thought the world would end and it was still all right. And now 2020, we had no warning. There was no warning. Sometimes I look back at the countdown that I was doing on Snapchat, countdown to 2020, and I ask myself, what was I doing? Why was I counting down? Where did I think I was going? You see, that's what the spirit of rushing. Why was I rushing? Why was I? Don't rush. Slow. But anyway, to be serious, why was I rushing? When I look back at my Instagram posts and I see what I was posting about 2019, about facing the worst, overcoming demons and coming out the best, sometimes I feel like 2020 was sitting somewhere like, come here. Come and I show you what. It's quite sad. So I want to talk about the two things that have really affected all of us during this period. The two things that keep on breaking, the news that keeps on breaking. There are two constants. There are two constants in all the bad news we're receiving. There are two constants. Whenever I'm reporting news or whenever I'm reading the news, it's always racism and it's always rape. And I know as soon as I say racism, there's some of you that might be listening saying, what does racism have to do with me? I'm African. Please, let's talk about things that concern us. Why I talk about racism is for this simple fact. Most of us have relatives that are staying, in the US, in the UK, in Canada, wherever, Russia. We have relatives staying over there. And when you look at the people that are dying, they're not special people. They're not picked out to die. It was not written on their birth certificate that they will die. These are normal people walking the street, going home, people that are just at work, going home, and they're shot and killed. So most times when you see Africans saying Black Lives Matter and trying to, protest against this, peacefully protest against the racism killings, it's not because they want to trend or they want what. It's because you're fighting for some of the relatives that you have over there. So I just wanted to explain that part. And another thing that I also feel like I need to explain, that I've been having a lot of questions in my DMs. I feel like those influencers would be like, oh my God, so a lot of you guys have been asking me. Anyway, so I've had a lot of questions in my DMs about why I keep saying Black Lives Matter and not All Lives Matter. So I'm going to give an example about the difference between Black Lives Matter and All Lives Matter. Let me give an example of an estate. 10 buildings in this estate, and there's one house on fire. So of course everyone is rushing out to help that particular house that is on fire at the moment. And then 3 other people come out and say, why are you only paying attention to this house? My socket has a problem. My roof is leaking. The tiles on my floor are getting off. There's no water in my house. So all those problems are valid. We hear you. You get, the roof is leaking. All of that will be attended to. But as at this point right now, if we don't help that burning house, people are going to die. Your leaking roof and all of that is also important. But can we deal with what is killing people right now? We are going to fix that as well. We are working on it. The landlord will come and fix it for you later on today or tomorrow. But can we all put our attention right now towards fixing that house? And once that house is okay and people are saved, it's not like we're not going to fix your problems until that house is solved. We are working on everyone's problem. But the burning house, can we all work together to fix this burning house? So yes, that is my explanation on why we say Black Lives Matter and not All Lives Matter. Because yes, all lives matter. all lives matter. No one has said all lives don't matter, but we're just saying that as at right now, Black Lives Matter are like, it's like the burning house. Can we all put our attention towards the burning house right now? Yeah. So I thought I'd explain that. And also, before I even skip on to the rape part of it, we also have tribalism within Africans. One of the reasons I moved to Nigeria was because I realized something when I was doing my visa processing and all of that. I realized that it was easier for a white person to come into Africa than it was for an African person to visit an African country. It was harder for me to get a Nigerian visa than it was for an American getting a Nigerian visa, and I found that disturbing. It's one of the things that pushed me to say I'm going to come to Nigeria, and when I come to Nigeria, it doesn't mean I'm going to live here forever. Tomorrow, if I feel like I want to go to South Africa, I should be able to go to South Africa. If I feel like I want to go to Kenya for some months, I should be able to do it. Yes, within the laws of everything, yes. But I don't see why it's easier for an American or a British citizen to come into Africa, and when an African is asking to travel to an African country, we're being put under a microscope to make sure that we are legit or we can travel. It doesn't really sit right with me. And that's one of the things that we need to work, because I always tell people that when you travel overseas, wherever it might be, to the Western world, when you travel there, you're not Ugandan, you're not Nigerian, you're not Kenyan, you're not Sudanese, you're not Tanzanian, you're African. You're always going to be termed as the African chick. Oh, do you know that African chick? Or do you know that African chick? Or that African guy? It takes a while before they even get to know where you're from. I've been in Nigeria for more than a year now, and I still have people saying, some say I'm from South Africa, some say I'm from Malawi. Not because, maybe it's because of how I look and maybe how I talk resembles, how those people talk. But it's because no one has time to differentiate. We all look the same. They just know I'm not Nigerian. So you have people saying, oh, this is the African lady, Amal, even in Nigeria. And that's not bad. But I just want to show you that that's how we are recognized when we go out. If everyone outside of Africa sees us as united, why are we the only ones seeing ourselves as divided? It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. So, yeah. I think I've dealt with that part. We need to do better as Africans. We need to come together. We need to fight for a cause, because like I've said, when we're fighting against racism going on in the US and the UK, we're fighting for our brothers and our sisters that are over there. They need us. When we're fighting for racism and putting up hashtags, it's not to trend or whatever. Some of the things that have come out of the hashtags that we have created on social media and that we have gone forward with have done a lot for people. A lot of laws have been created that are helping us because of hashtags that were pushed on social media. So don't take it for granted. If you can help someone, help your brothers and sisters in the UK and the US and do a hashtag and, stand with these people, because they need us. They do. So I recently saw a video of this white man in Nairobi calling a Nigerian man the N-word. And it was very disturbing. That's a level of confidence. First, that's racist. There's a level of confidence he had while saying it. He didn't even care he was being recorded. So guys, let's put a word of prayer for the people that are experiencing racism, and let's be more informed. Let's be more informed. Now let's even leave the fact that Africans are struggling to enter other African countries. Let's deal with Africans in their own countries. There is still a problem, and it's called tribalism, where you dislike someone for no reason other than the fact that they're not from your tribe. When I moved to Nigeria, to be honest, I started hearing things like, this person is from this tribe, I can't marry them. They're from that tribe, I can't marry them. I never understood it, because honestly, when I was in Uganda, I was 18, 19. I wasn't thinking about marriage to do research and find out about what tribes are what tribes. And ever since I moved here, I have friends that have gotten married, friends that want to get married. So I get to hear these conversations a lot. And these people strongly believe you've dated this person, you're in love with this person, you want to marry this person. But the moment you go to your parents with this person, they'll ask, what's your name? Good. What do you do? Good. What's your tribe? The moment they mention that tribe, that's the end of the conversation. And I feel like that's something else we need to tackle. We need to really tackle it before it escalates to another problem. So we really need to do better on that front as well. Now, talking about rape, I'm going to try my best not to be very emotional about this. I'm not going to try to be very I'm going to try my best not to be emotional and to just pass the message across without any emotions tied to it. Now, when we're dealing with rape, we're fighting for justice. There's so many people that have experienced rape. Some have spoken, some haven't spoken. And of late on Twitter, there's been this people calling out rapists, which is a great thing. If you know someone that has done something to someone, don't be a rape apologist. If you know someone that has done something to someone, and you know and you have evidence that this person has actually raped someone, come out with it. I don't see for what reason you're hiding, because the rapist friends that you're protecting today are going to become the rapist uncles that will be touching your children. I hope you guys know that. I'll say that again for you guys. The rapist friends that you're protecting today, and you don't want to get their image spoiled or whatever, and you're protecting their brand or whatever, you don't want to let them, it was a mistake. It was a mistake. Those are the same people that are going to be touching your children or your friends' children or someone like that. If you have the power to stop it, stop it. There is no excuse for rape. There is no. Because in the beginning, I mean, guys used to say that, why you dressed like that? You know, you were asking for it. I saw a video, oh my God, this broke my heart. I saw a video of a mother who was beating her 2-year-old child. 2 years. Guys, 2 years. I said I wouldn't be emotional. 2 years. And she's calling her child a prostitute. Why? Because a man raped her 2-year-old daughter. That woman is sick. She has gone to rehab. Good. But there are a lot of times that people have been sexually harassed, and you say that it's because of how they were dressed. What about that lady in Nigeria that was raped and killed in a church? Was it church or library? Raped and killed. She wasn't in a club. She wasn't asking. She was reading her books. And I still saw some people who say that, why was she doing that when we are on lockdown? Honestly, do you guys have hearts? I won't even attach. Originally, I wanted to attach those comments, but I won't do that. Do you guys have hearts? Like, there is no reason. There is no reason for it. As much as I advise my friends not to go and sleep at guys' houses if they're not in relationships with these people, if a lady goes ahead, let's say a lady has gone to the club, you went to the club with a lady, and she decided to trust you and say she's coming to your house. If she said no, it's no. It's no. You have no right. Men, I don't know if you know this, you have no right over a woman's body. You don't know what it actually does to a lady. You don't know what rape and molestation, because it's not, rape only doesn't happen to women. Rape happens to guys. I saw a story of a gentleman that went to visit, I think, an older lady at her house, and this lady allegedly drugged his drink, recorded a video of him butt naked at the balcony, and then later on told the gentleman to go to a hospital and get PEP. PEP is a medication if you've slept with someone that could be infected. And she had no remorse in the screenshots. So men are also affected by this. If you look at most men, when they're telling you the stories of how they lost their virginity, it's usually to an older woman. Yet men also get raped. And I actually sympathize with men a lot, because when men get raped, they can't tell. When you go to police tells you, didn't you enjoy it? And you're a man, why are you reporting? So men, if this has happened to you, if speaking out will help you, speak out. Because we usually tell people to speak out. Speaking out usually is for the next person. You speak out because you don't want this gentleman to do it to someone else. That's why you speak out. Let no one tell you. Speaking out is not for you. You as a person, you would want your story hidden, but sometimes you need to come out for the good of the next girl that may be lied to. And I'm glad that these people are being called out. But guys, we need to do better. So I think I'll round off by saying, ladies, guys, if you've been affected, if you've been sexually harassed, if you've been raped before, it doesn't matter if the person is influential or not influential. Come out with that story. I would not lie to you and say you're doing it to make yourself feel better, because I don't think anything would make you feel better other than time. But I would say you're doing it to help the next person that might be entering a situation with this person. Because there are serial rapists, that people who take girls on dates or guys on dates and do this to them. Now, the day you speak out, that person could have been taking someone else on a date, and that person will learn. Do you get? So I would hope and pray that you find the courage to open up and let these people out. Report all of these people. Let them be known. If not for anything, if police won't do their job, let people know that this is what these people are doing. It really help a lot with the movement. It will help a lot. And I said I would not address people who accuse people falsely, but I would say if you're accusing someone falsely, people who accuse men or women falsely of rape deserve jail time. That I'll say. And you're not nice people. And guys, let's just do better in general. 2020 is really affecting each and every one of us in so many ways. Financially, mentally. I'll tell you, my mental health was so, at some point my mental health was so bad. I keep unplugging every week. Every week I have to have a day. I don't talk to anyone. I don't text anyone. I don't read news. I just stay in bed, order in food, and just chill. I don't check anything. And that's just to check my mental health. That's another thing I'll tell you guys. To survive 2020, make sure your mental health is fine. Now, 2020, like I said, has hit us so bad, and there's so many things we can't control. I mean, we cannot single-handedly, we can't control coronavirus. We can't control the locusts in East Africa. We can't control so many things. But you know what we can control? We can push for the control and the stopping of racism, of xenophobia, of tribalism, of rape, and any form of sexual harassment. That we can do. And I wouldn't be doing justice if I did not pick a day and say I'm going to talk about this. I was very scared to talk about this, to be honest. Not scared, I was hesitant to talk about it because it's a very delicate topic. And I kept asking and I kept asking. I kept asking God, actually. And I kept asking God what I should talk about. And I felt I had to do this. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please like, subscribe, comment, and also turn on your notifications so that you can know when next I post and whenever I'm posting. Hopefully next week, definitely next week will be better. It will be back to the fun and vibrant unscripted with Amal. So please like, comment, subscribe, and turn on notifications. I love you guys so much. Please stay safe, and I love you. Hey my loves, don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications so that you can know when I'm posting up new content. Also like, comment, and share. Thank you.